Yeah. East Coast know I'm rockin' with y'all. West Coast know I'm rockin' with y'all. North side know I'm rockin' with y'all. South side know I'm rockin' with y'all. I'm still riding with my day cause I'm rockin' with y'all. Whole county throw your hands up, I'm rockin' with y'all.
What up, everybody? It's the Love First Podcast. It's your boy, Kato Don. We have a very special guest with us virtually. We have Witty, the founder of The Best of the Next, which is an amazing platform that helps artists and help them grow. So he's going to give y'all some keys to success today. How you doing today, Witty?
What's going on, y'all? Doing pretty good. Glad to be on the show.
Awesome. And where are you based out of?
California, Bay Area, Los Angeles. That's mainly where we're based. But we do business worldwide, obviously, because we're all on the internet. So yeah.
Yes, awesome. So I definitely came across your platform. I heard about it from a few artists. Can you actually let us know what inspired you to start Best of the Next, and then kind of tell us about what is it that they do?
So Best of the Next, we started off as an independent label. I'm actually an artist myself, and that's how I got things going. Started just making music, dropping music independently. Got a local buzz, in the Bay Area. Things start moving along, and from there, I did a lot of trial and testing, trial and tribulation, a lot of different things I had to do to learn things on my own. Just the independent game. That's how it goes. At some point, I realized, I could make my own records. I could release my records. I can executive produce my own stuff. Why not try doing it for other artists that I think got talent?
Yeah.
And then, so that started that whole run of being an independent label. And then, a couple of years go by, we got better. We got better as an independent label. We started, booking different shows, setting up many little tours, signing more artists, producing more music videos, producing more music. We got a nice buzz. And, at some point I felt like if I could do this for a different artist, why not open this thing up and do it for any other artist that wants to get, effective music marketing, who wants to understand, the business behind the music. Because right now I feel like there's still a lot of artists out there that don't look at themselves as a business when they need to. A lot of people just, are looking for handouts. They don't want to, go out there and get it. They don't want to study the business to make sure that they know what's going on. They know where their money is going. So they know how their music is being distributed. These things are all available on the internet, and you can learn it on your own, or you can go find a brand or a person you trust to learn from them, and educate yourself to make sure you're on the right path.
Yeah, no, definitely. You guys definitely have a dope platform. I've even seen the ads on social media. So you guys are, really doing your thing with social media.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you, since the pandemic started, right? Because you know a lot about marketing, you're helping other artists. Has it changed since the pandemic started? Would you say like marketing for artists?
Yeah, I would say 1,000%, because now, things are shut down. You can't really move around as much as you want to. Shows are, getting shut down. You can't really book shows. So what's the best place to serve your music to the people? Online, right? Get the ads out. Everyone's on their phone. Everyone's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Everyone's just stuck on their phones. Like, that's the new TV, right? It's completely shifted. There's people out there that's making a lot of money just serving, selling, merch, advertising their music, selling whatever it is they're looking to sell. If you know how to market the product online, you're gonna make money. So you have to shift. The thing is, I feel like the acceleration has happened in terms of marketing online, rather than focusing on let me hit the streets or let me go to the club or go to the so and so. I'm not saying those things aren't important anymore. I'm just saying that the shift just accelerated. Like, I felt like we moved up 5 years. Now everyone's has to focus on digital. Everyone has to focus on how am I going to present myself online? who can I trust to do it properly for me, or how can I learn it myself to get it done? Yeah. So it's definitely shifted. Yeah, and if you haven't caught on yet, you need to jump on the train now, because by the time some people realize it's going to be too late, and it's going to be majorly saturated, and that's how the trends go, right? Like when if you don't jump on it while it's hot, it's going to pass you by, and you're gonna hate yourself later.
Yeah, most definitely. So you also have a phrase that you kind of promote on your social media, and it's basically, forgive me if I'm misquoting it, but it's the radio may make superstars, but social media is what breaks your music. Can you dive into like what do you mean by that?
So that is one of our ads that we put out, and that's based on an interview that Funkmaster Flex, we all know he's a legendary DJ, producer, on-air personality, he does it all. I mean, you didn't hear it from me, you heard it from him, and what we try to do is we just trying to amplify that message and get that out there, so that upcoming artists and even existing artists that are still trying to climb that ladder, so they understand that what Funkmaster Flex is saying is that you don't need radio to break your music. You need social media, you need Spotify, you need YouTube. That's where you want to break your music. That's where you want to get heard and get people buzzing about your music, people spreading your music on the internet, on social media, right? Now, what he meant by, radio makes superstars. If you really think about it, when you do turn on the radio, who's on the radio? It's the hottest, the biggest, the most established stars, from the pop stars, from the Justin Biebers to the, Jay-Z's to the, Futures. And then, these are like bona fide superstars. They don't need a buzz. They're established. So they have the budget to spend on radio to make them superstars. Because you usually don't hear, you normally don't hear underground artists or local artists on the radio that much. And when I say radio, I mean commercial radio, not just an independent radio station. I'm talking about commercial radio that's owned by iHeartRadio and these larger corporations that really run the radio industry. So yeah, when we mention radios make superstars, we're talking about these major radio stations that are backed by billions. You're for the most part, you're only going to hear these large major artists like the Taylor Swifts and these pop stars, and obviously the hip hop world definitely is on radio too, right? But again, usually only the established acts are gonna be on radio. So back to what you said, it's usually the superstars that are on the radio. So that's what they're saying. The radio has that global reach. Not saying the internet doesn't, but when you're on radio, you get counted on with Billboard and things like that. There's a whole nother thing behind that. So that's more or less what it means. But I think the big message behind that is that what we're promoting is our new marketing strategy that we've innovated and created, called radio influencer marketing. Yes. And what radio influencer marketing is, it combines social media and radio promotion all together in one. So you're going to get, exponentially, more reach when you create a campaign with us. And the way it works is, we work with, actually real FM radio DJs and honored personalities that work at commercial radio stations. And we get them to promote your music on their social media, on their Instagram, on their TikTok. They're going to share your music. They're going to tag you in it. So you're going to instantly get radio exposure, because you have these radio DJs and personalities that are on the radio every day. They have followers that listen to them on the radio. They have followers that watch them on social media. So if you combine the two, you really think about it, this is the future of radio promotion, because people still listen to radio. I'm not saying they don't, but more people are on their phones. More people are on social media, on the social media platforms. So if you really sit back and really think about it, this type of campaign is a no-brainer. Yeah. if you're a serious artist and you're like, you know what, I want the radio people to know who I am. I want them to check out my music. So if you if you qualify for a campaign, I mean, they're gonna these radio DJs and personalities are gonna share your music. So they're gonna know who you are. They're gonna tag you. They're gonna help you get feedback. So they're gonna create a poll for your music, and their followers are gonna rank. It's either gonna be hot or not, and they can choose on the poll. The radio influencer are gonna encourage their viewers to vote. They're gonna say, hey, check out so and so's new song. Let me know if it's hot or not. Vote on the polls, and then you're gonna get some real feedback from real radio listeners. And then after the campaign is over, we're gonna send you all the details about who voted, how many voters, how many clicks did it get, all those details that you want to know, right?
Yeah.
So you want to know, if you want to know if Miami's feeling the music, we can link you up with the radio influencers we have in Miami. We've got a couple stations that we work with over there. You want to know if Atlanta's feeling the music, we can link you up with a couple DJs or radio personalities and things like that. Push your music on social media, and you'll really know which market is feeling the music. So that's more or less what radio influencer marketing is. And we're the only one to offer this marketing service, and we're the ones that created it. And we're really proud of this, because I feel like during the pandemic like this, like, you need new ways to market your music.
Yes.
And I feel like this is one of the ways the artists, especially independent artists, really need to jump on before it takes off, and then they're gonna be mad. They're gonna be mad later.
Yeah, no, I love that concept, because it's really mixing like the old school route with the new wave, like getting these DJs who've been fundamental, in the past. Now, we kind of live in a world of playlists, but the radio stations are still out there. Like you said, they play the superstars. They also have a following. So now you mix that with the internet by connecting them. They're going to post you on their social media. So the social media, which is the new wave, and we're getting the radio, the founders, as you would say, of it. So I really like that mix. So kind of also talking about playlisting, right? I've been preaching playlists to before this pandemic. I think in the pandemic, their eyes kind of opened up a little more, but especially to independent artists. I was like, you guys want to get to these playlists, build with these curators, and get on these playlists. That's basically like the new radio of today. So I would say, one, how do you feel about music playlists? And two, how does an independent artist approach playlists to be able to get on there or considered?
I feel like for playlisting, there's a lot of services that offer, a lot of companies that offer playlisting. But I'll give you my general opinion on playlisting. I feel like, playlisting is an option definitely an option to get your music out there, but you don't get a ton of data from it. And that's the only thing I have against playlisting is, you can get on a couple playlists here and there, you'll get some stats, but you don't own any data. You don't really know who's actually listening and what's the demographic that's listening to your music from that specific playlist. So that's the only thing I have against playlisting. And I feel like there's like I said, there's a lot of services out there that offer playlisting that might be, bogus, but there's some that offer legit playlisting. We definitely offer some playlisting services as well. But again, if you as an artist myself, and as a person who runs an independent label, I'll be honest with you, I can tell you, I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried things that work, I've tried things that haven't. I've seen some success with playlisting, but again, I'm more about collecting data. So I'm a bigger fan of using Instagram and Facebook ads to promote your music, because once you spend money and promote on the social media platforms, you actually get data that you own and you can reuse to target the same audience that's already shown interest in your music, and you can start promoting merch to them. You can promote, concert live stream tickets, whatever it is that you're trying to push. It's just more valuable and it's more useful than getting some streams from a playlist. But again, I'm not knocking playlisting. I think it's still a viable option. But me personally, you have to be strategic with the playlist thing, and you have to, be careful about who's actually, placing you on these playlists and what kind of playlists they are, and the reach, what countries are they reaching, things like that. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely advocate for Facebook, Instagram, ads for your music, because again, I have to emphasize the fact that having and owning your audience data is critical in the long run, because you want to understand who's your fan base, who's actually engaging in your ad, which contains your music or your music video or your merch or whatever it is that you're promoting. You want to own that data, and you want to start to sit back one day and just look at the numbers and say, is my audience is the audience that's been engaging in my music, that's clicking and listening to my music, are they women from 18 to 25, or are they teenagers from 13 to 17? Are they boys? Are they men? Are they, things like that? That once you understand your audience a bit more, you'll be able to better target them and get a better value for your ad dollar, and reach the right people who actually want to check out your music.
Yeah, what you said to me was a major key. And I think a lot of artists that are watching that really take that. But what you said about the data, I think that's truly important and imperative, And I was just looking over the data about something with my team, and I was like, oh, I was surprised to find out this and that, So now we can make sure we approach it this way. But I don't think enough people are really conscious about it. Like you said, like that it's a super good strategy, because who's engaging with your stuff, so you can target them. Because a lot of artists, I think they're mainly struggling not because of lack of talent, but they're not pitching themselves to the right demographic. They're not reaching the right people that care about it, so they can actually build off that and then grow. So what you said was great. And also another thing a lot of people don't realize, like you said, jump on the ads now, because Instagram and Facebook ads, that's something I partake in. I know you do too. I've seen your stuff with the ads, and you really get a bang for your buck right now. I think it's going to get to a point where they're going to realize, hey, we could charge a whole lot more for this. So get on it now, because you get a bang for your buck with that. And like you said, you don't just do like the random ads. Start looking at the data and the information when you do it, so you can start targeting your ads a little more.
Yep. You got to refine your targeting. You got to pay attention and optimize your ads to make sure you get the best results for the lowest costs. You got to really pay attention. And I get a lot of independent artists that reach out to us, to our agency, and ask, why should I do Instagram, Facebook ads, and questions like that, and what's so important about it. And it pains me to have to repeat it over and over, but I mean, the independent artists, they got to hear it. It's owning that, again, owning the data. Yes. Not just using that simple promote button on the app. A lot of people like to use that promote button, or just promote posts, or button. That's not going to give you the in-depth targeting that you can do when you actually create the campaign on a laptop or on the desktop. Yeah. So because people get lazy, and that's what Instagram and Facebook trying to trick people. You can just scroll down your timeline, and they'll tell you like, hey, this post of yours is really popular right now. Now click promote to add $20 to get it going. And a lot of people fall for that. And I've done it too myself, but I eventually learned that that's just like the shortcut way to get a couple of dollars out of the consumer, or out of the artist, to promote. And then they look back at it later, like, man, I spent whatever $60 on this campaign and it didn't do nothing. But the truth is, it didn't do anything because you didn't understand how to actually really create a Facebook or Instagram ad campaign the long way, which allows you to target in a lot of different ways that you can't with just hitting that promote button.
Yes.
So yeah,
absolutely right. I'm with you. That's something that we preach so much on the podcast. Do not just hit the button. I mean, if you want to experiment so you can learn from the data, like you said, and do the research, stop just hitting the button. don't get lazy with your business, man. If you really believe in yourself and you want to take it to the next level, stop looking for these shortcuts. Right now, the ads are something that could help you take the internet, like you said, it could connect you with the world. That's already enough of a shortcut. Now do the studying and the research with it, and then you can really make great things happen. Now, let's say for your platform, right? If there's an independent artist that's been seeing some success, really wants to take their stuff to the next level, tell us how they would go about if they want to start a campaign with you. What would the process be like? And what would you suggest they do if they just release a project and then like, I want to really reach as much as I can?
I mean, if they just released a project and, if they already have a somewhat of an established following, a kind of a cult following, or even just a solid following that's checking out their music, and they just want to add more gas, to what they got. I mean, all they have to do is, go to our website, send us, just request for a proposal, or, let us know what they're looking to do. And we're going to check out their music. We're going to, figure out what they're trying to do, what their budget is. And we'll come up with a custom strategy in terms of what we think is the best route to get them, to where they want to get them to where they want to be. And if they have specific goals they're trying to reach, things like that. I mean, we sit down and really talk to them and trying to figure out a strategy that makes sense. And then, we go from there. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it. I mean, it also depends on their budget, what they're trying to, what their budget is and what they're trying to accomplish. Like, for example, back to just the radio influencer marketing. I mean, we're always preaching about owning data and collecting data and analyzing your data. I mean, for example, if an artist is, like I said, is just dropped a new single or a new EP, and they're like, you know what, I need to find out, which single in this EP is the one. So, and I want to make sure I ask the markets that I don't have reaching. Like, I don't have any fans in Miami. I don't have any fans in Nashville. I don't have any fans in Cali. Well, you know what I mean? Let us help you run a radio influencer campaign. We'll promote. We'll have our radio influencers promote your music in the California radio market, or we'll have them push in the Nashville radio market. We'll help you get the data. The fans will speak. The fans will vote on your music, and we'll collect the data for you. And at the end of the campaign, you're going to know if Miami thinks your music is hot or not. Does Cali think it's hot or not? Atlanta, New York, like who, which market is filling which song, and we can help you figure that out. And then once you figure that out, like, you know what, Miami really likes this new single, then you should be probably spending more ad dollars in New York, right? And maybe trying to book some shows in New York, trying to throw more ad dollars and target towards New York and gain more fans that way, sell more merch that way. I mean, that's data. I mean, that's how data is used. So I feel like the Facebook and Instagram ads kind of goes hand in hand with the radio influencer marketing, because you get that, you collect that information, you know which market likes your music, which market is gravitating towards your music, then you can target towards that region and throw more dollars that way, and collect more data. And usually when that happens, when you understand which market likes music, and you start targeting your ads that way, the success rate tends to be higher, because you understand what your who's your demographic, who's your target audience. So
okay, all right. So what about you may have some artists that they're on the come up, and I know some artists get scared when they hear the word budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you got to believe in yourself, you got to invest in yourself, and find a way to get it there. But with that, if someone is on the come up, what is, because when you say budget, it could be 100,000, it could be 5,000, 1,000. Mm-hmm. So what are, even on the smaller side of budgets, that you were able to work with and then improve this artist's presence? Like, what type of budgets do you work with, from the small to the higher?
I mean, we work for $500 budgets to 6 figures. I mean, it just all depends on what you're trying to do, right? I mean, we have smaller labels that hit us up and say, hey, we got a couple of artists that that need promotion. This is our budget. Then we come up, after we have a discussion, we jump on a call and have a discussion. We come up with a custom strategy for them. We propose it. we might tweak it, we might modify it a bit, or they might like it from the jump, and we move it from there. And back to what you said about the budget, yeah, I mean, like I said, I get, there's a lot of artists out there that are scared of the word budget, or they act like they don't know what it means. But at the end of the day, if you're an artist, right? If you're a music artist, you're a producer, you're a singer, rapper, whatever it is, you're a business. So are you telling me if you started a pizza shop or whatever it is, right? If you started a pizza shop, are you not going to invest money to market so other people know about it in the community, in your city? Or are you just going to wait around and just hope people come to your shop? I mean, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible so people don't get it confused. But at the end of the day is, if you're a business, you're going to need a marketing budget at some point. You might not have it right now, but you got to find ways to get that investment. Whether you, like I said, we know a lot of artists that work 9 to 5s, to get that money to invest in their career. Because not everyone's rich, and not everyone, has rich parents that can just, give them a check. So, and that's how I came up. I worked a 9 to 5 to fund my independent artist career. And, that's, people shouldn't be ashamed of that. That's really the way to go. And because like I said, I didn't have nobody handing me anything. I had to work my way to get to where I'm at. And I had to work to fund what I wanted to do. I had to, the business I created, being an artist, starting a digital marketing agency, starting an independent label, that all wasn't free. That all that requires investment. So, you got to figure it out.
I'm with you. I mean? That's something I hope all artists take it to heart. If you really want to do this and be professional, a lot of people say that they're artists, not a lot of professional, but to really be professional, like you said, don't be ashamed. If you got to do a 9 to 5 and you believe in yourself, you got to do that. You can't just necessarily just come with the music and then expect everyone else to invest in you when you were scared to invest in yourself. So as an artist, you have to be the first one to invest in yourself, set that tone. So other people that want to get involved and eat off your plate, they're like, yo, they really got to invest because you've been investing in yourself like crazy, So let's say like somebody, they want to start off with you. Like you said, you've worked with $500 to 6 figures and things of that nature. Let's say if someone does come to you, they're like, all right, I want to start off with 500 right here and then just keep building. What is, and I know it's custom, but what are like some examples of what you can do for an artist that's like, all right, look, I have 500 right now, I'm still building. What can you do for them?
I mean, for $500, we can start off by helping you create your first Instagram/Facebook ad campaign. We'll work with the artist and say, hey, look, do you have any singles right now that's out that you really believe in, that you really feel like needs that extra push, that you didn't get a chance to push it right because you didn't have a budget or you didn't know how to market it? We can start off like that. We can say, hey, look, let's start with a small ad budget. We'll work around your budget. We'll figure out what your goals are. What is it exactly you're looking to achieve? Are you just trying to like maybe, some artists come to us and say, hey, look, man, I'm from New York. I want to target the tri-state area. I want more people in the tri-state area that knows who I am and knows my music. So look, I got $500 a month, and we can start from there. We'll start with, look, we can start the campaign for 1 month, within that 500 budget, and we'll work with you all the way through. We'll help you figure everything out, and from there, if you like the budget, you like the results after the first month, we can keep it going, or we can stop right there. And after that's done, you own the data. You own the data that we help you create. You'll understand who actually liked the music, who commented on the music, what's the demographic, who shared the music, who clicked and checked out the music, things like that. You're going to own that, and you can reuse that later down the line. And we can help you do that to get you started, because there's still tons of artists out there that never even never created a Facebook ad campaign for their music or for their merch and things like that. They're kind of just blindly pushing it on social media, hoping that somebody is going to see it. And that's just not how it's done. That's just not how real business is done, because we all know, like, real business, you see it happening every day, but people people don't really like see it clearly. Like, you'll see ads on Facebook and Instagram every day, people paying to market their business, whether it's, clothing, or whether it's, I don't know, cars or whatever it is that people are promoting these days on the internet. Like, if you're not promoting your music and you're hoping that someone's going to randomly see it, you're going backwards. You're not progressing. You're not understanding how business works. Marketing is a fundamental of business. And if you're not marketing your business, you're kind of standing still and you're not going anywhere. So we all know, business requires capital, it requires money. And, it's sad to say, but it's the truth. And, I like to let people know the truth, and I like to be direct, and some people can't handle it, some people can. So, that's just how I do things. And I just want people to be straight up so we can get the job done, get things moving, get things done. There's no time to be sugarcoating and wasting time. So like I said, understand the business before you get in the business. Let's put it that way.
And then that's why I actually think it's good to work with platforms such as yourself, and why I wanted you to be on there. Because like you said, you can start with someone that's just coming up, like even something as small as 500. And instead of them, because you might have people that do that and they'll just spend it blindly on all the wrong things. I'm an artist myself that has learned from mistakes, but your advisor, you don't have to make these mistakes. So if you can get with people that actually know what they're doing, they've been through the trial and error, they have proof of they was able to make it work, that's what you really want to connect with. You know what I mean? That's
I mean, like I said, I'm I learned from trying different things and making the wrong, trying things and making the wrong decisions and things like that. But all in all, I learned a lot from it. I got better from it. And that's the same thing like experimenting and making music. It's the same thing. You try making this type of song, that type of song. One work, one's whack, one's good, one work, one doesn't. It's all about experimenting until you get to a point where you're comfortable and you're seeing good results. Then you add more gas to it. You just keep on pushing. And that's just how it goes, man. I think a lot of people taking it, treating it like it's rocket science, but it's really not. It's just business. You got. Like I said, I'm a business major myself, and I'm just, I'm a hustler, man. Like I had to work my way up. But at the end of the day, I know I made a lot of mistakes, but after those mistakes, I didn't make them again, and I just kept on getting better and better, put in that time, put in that work. And like I said, learn from people that are like-minded, learn from people who can teach you something, and go study on, go watch some videos on YouTube that teach you something. And instead of being stuck on Netflix or something like that, so
exactly. Let's actually talk about you being an artist too and your music, right? So one, what's your ethnic background? I'm curious.
I'm Vietnamese and Chinese.
Okay, dope. So what inspired you to get into hip hop and be a hip hop artist?
I mean, just growing up in San Francisco and California. That's where I grew up. Yeah. It's just, man, it's just the environment. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say, I didn't grow up in the hood and anything like that, but I definitely grew up around a lot of hood shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I got a diverse group of friends. And all I listened to when I was growing up was hip hop, R&B. And that just kind of took me to a whole different place. And during college, I started experimenting just with the boys. We just messing around in the studio, just messing around. I just taught myself how to do a lot of different things. Playing with music, recording music, making beats, just teaching myself how to do little things like that. And then I just kept, like I said, started off and just start messing around, and I felt like I got better, and I just kept going because I love it. I love making music. I just love collaborating with people, and that's kind of really how it all started. I'm just a big fan of music at the end of the day. I'm just a major fan of music. I listen to everything. So why not? You know what I mean? Why not?
Okay. So how would you describe your sound and the type of songs you like to create?
would say right now, I mean, I feel like it's a little bit of everything, but I feel like I like to make mainstream music that's radio friendly. I like stuff that's catchy. Um, I got a lot. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, I get inspired by a lot of different artists, but at the end of the day, I think it's a mixture. It's always a mixture for me. It's a mixture of like pop, hip hop, R&B. It's kind of a lot of mainly those three kind of blended in. I like to make catchy stuff, catchy hooks. I started off rapping early on and then kind of just moved on to more like melodic stuff, blending a little rapping and a little singing. Just really, I mean, I feel like I started, singing and rapping before Drake, but then he's the one that took off. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I was doing that back then, just playing around, but, like I'm a fan of Drake and, he's doing big things, but I'm just saying, like, I felt like I did that early on before he officially popped. And, but, that's another conversation. But yeah, I love just blending, just kind of just going in the studio and just doing what you feel is right at the moment, what the beat's telling you to do, whatever the beat's telling you to do, lay it, have some fun with it, come back and tweak it and improve it, or just let it go. If you feel like it's if you feel like it's how it should sound, just let it go. You know what I mean? Let it out, go drop it. I think right now the music game is wide open. The music game is wide open. I feel like anybody can have a hit tomorrow. But at the time, you gotta be strategic, though. You know what I mean? You gotta put it out, release it properly. You gotta market it properly. You gotta have a game plan. But I feel like anybody at any age can drop a hit right now. You just gotta have a game plan and have the right people behind you to really keep you in check and keep you focused.
Yeah. And what I kind of like about your style too is it has a fun vibe. It feels like you're having fun, doing what you love. And what I even like is that even in your marketing, it seems like you include comedy, which I'm always a fan of anybody that comedy. And that's what I even respect Drake for right now. Like, he's making memes in his videos and stuff like that. Like, instead of just trying to just be super cool, super tough all the time, you actually just having fun, enjoying life and things of that nature,
Yeah, I feel like it's all about having fun. It's all about having fun, man. For me, at least, it's show your personality. Show that you're human. Show that you have a fun side and a funny side, and you can laugh at yourself. And why not? You know what I mean? Like, I've never been a tough guy. I don't want to be a tough guy. I'm all about just doing educating yourself and doing the right thing, making the smart moves, working smart, working hard, a combination of the two, and trying to get to where I want to be in life. And yeah, man, I don't have time for the negative energy and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? I got more important things to work on and to build on. And yeah, for sure. I think I like to be around people just like that. I like to be around people who's can crack a joke and can laugh about themselves, but at the same time, they when it's time to work, they know how to grind, and when it's time to party, they know how to party. When it's time to have fun and crack a joke, it's time to do that too.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I want to what I want to do, kind of see like your influences a little bit. So I'm gonna give you like some names, either albums or artists. I'm gonna give you two, and then you just pick one out of the groups of names. Okay. So let's start with Donda, Certified Lover Boy.
I gotta be super honest with you. I haven't soaked them up enough yet to really give you an answer, because I heard like maybe like a snippet of this and snippet of that, so I really got to sit down and like really soak it in. So it wouldn't be right for me to make a statement on that right now.
Okay, I respect the honesty. Well, let's do it.
But at the same time, like I said, I'm big fans of both. So
Drake.
So I'll keep it at that. Both. I'm a big fan of both. But if you ask me like artistically as an artist, I'm gonna have to say Drake as an artist. But producer wise, obviously, there's no question about that. Okay. But as an artist, yeah, I'm gonna have to pick Drake.
Okay. So Drake or Kendrick?
I like both, but I gotta go with Drake.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. Jay-Z or Nas?
Again, I like both, but I'm a Jay-Z guy. I'm a Jay-Z
Okay.
guy.
Biggie or Tupac?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Uh,
That's a tough one.
it's,
But okay, but what we going by though? We going by just like who I like better, or like what
yeah.
like
So artist-wise, yeah, you gotta pick. I'm gonna name a couple producers for you too, but just like albums you can't live without. And I know how you feel, like we can't live without both, but mandatory,
mm-hmm.
like you on the island, man. You can only have one of
Yeah.
the artist albums. Is it
Okay,
Big?
so you gotta listen to one of the art. You gotta listen. You gotta pick one of the artists you're gonna listen to if you're stuck on an island or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we'll call it. Stuck on the island.
Okay.
Biggie.
Damn, Tupac or Biggie. Damn, Tupac or Biggie. That's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Tupac just because you know I'm from Cali and you know Tupac is a you know major figure in the Bay and in LA and just everything else. So I'm gonna go with Tupac.
Gotcha. So let's do producers, right? I'm gonna do
Mhm.
producers. Timberland or Swiss Beats?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh God, that one's super tough. Um, yeah, no knock to Swiss Beats, but I'm more of a fan of Timberland. I just feel like he's I feel like he's might have done it longer, but he just got his range is just on a different level. I feel like his range is on a different level. So I'm going Timbo.
Okay. Last producer question. Pharrell or Metro Boomin?
Oh man, I hands down Pharrell because that's just kind of the era I come from. I'm more of a Pharrell guy, man. He's when I think of Pharrell, I just think about none but hits,
Yeah,
game changing sounds, and nothing but hits.
yeah.
Nothing against Metro Boomin either, but damn, yeah, Pharrell, hands down Pharrell.
I got you. I'm with that. I'm with that. um, so it was definitely a pleasure having you on here with us, giving out keys to success, and even playing the island with us because I know those are some tough choices. Even for myself, like these are people that it's hard for me to pick. So I just like to see
Yeah,
other people pick.
no,
Where
I
can
feel you. I feel you.
where can we listen to your music, and what is the single that you're pushing right now that they could check out for?
Right now, the single I'm pushing is called Buck Fuddies, and you know, I think if you really sit back and think about that one, you know what that means. But yeah, yeah, check out Buck Fuddies right now. It's on all major streaming platforms. You know, you can find me on Instagram at really witty, as it sounds. You go to witty.com to go, you know, hit me on Spotify. Yeah, but I go by Witty, but my alias on social media is really Witty. And yeah, make sure you check out the label and the digital agency, bestthenext.com. You know, you can catch that, you know, on my snap right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, you know, I'm pushing like everybody else. You know, like I said, I'm an artist, I'm a founder, I'm a producer. I do a lot of different things. But right now, I'm definitely focused on pushing the best of the next brand, the digital agency, independent label. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm trying to do it all, but at the same time, I'm focused on a very few things.
Yeah.
And you know, you know, if you check out the best of the next Instagram, you can see the ads that we've been pushing. And like I said, I'm a student and I'm a fan of the goats. You know what I mean? Like the people who paved the way, and you know, the Master P's, the Jay-Z's, the you know, all the greats. I study success, and I want to put it out there. Like I'm a student of the game. I'm a fan of the game. I'm a fan of music. I'm just trying to soak it all up, and I'm still soaking it all up every day. I'm soaking up new game, and you know, I'm watching interviews. I'm studying. So I tend, you know, I'm focused on getting better and better every day, and make sure, you know, I hope your audience checks me out and check us out on the gram, check out the music. You know, let us know, give us some feedback, and you know, make sure if you're an independent artist, you got to jump on this digital marketing trend right now, because like pandemic is still moving, and you want to be. This is my thing about digital marketing. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna push this how I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say with digital marketing, especially with ads like Instagram, Facebook ads, you can serve your music to new people, new audiences 24/7 while you sleep. So think about that for a second. You know what I mean? You don't have to hit the club. You don't got to do none of this stuff. Not saying that's not important, but what I'm saying is, if you can market your music to new people 24/7 while you sleep, and you could just wake up and pull up an app, the Facebook Ads Manager app, and see results and see new people liking your music, clicking to check out your music, leaving comments on your music, all these things happening while you sleep. I mean, you know, all I'm saying is go check us out. Check out Best of the Next. You know, our team of specialists is ready to, start a campaign for you and get your music, jumpstart your music and really get that thing moving around. Getting people knowing who you are and jump on the radio influencer campaign. That's the newest, the hottest thing that's out right now for marketing music, and we're the only one that's doing it.
I love that. The results while you sleep, man. Who doesn't want that?
That's what I'm saying. Because I know you've done the Facebook, Instagram, and that's the truth. You know what I mean? That's the truth. Yeah. You're reaching new people while you sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't get. I can't dumb it down any dumber than that. Like it's don't save that money. Save that money that you might be throwing away on a lot of things. Everybody likes to pop bottles. We all like to party and pop bottles and do different things. But man, just all I'm saying is, if you're a serious artist, stash some money away, put it in a different account, use that as your marketing budget, save it up, man, and start investing in your career, investing in your business, your music business, and get started today if you haven't, because when you look back later, you're gonna regret not doing it sooner.
Definitely, man. I mean, I plan on working with Best of the Next in the very near future. And I really respect your grind, and that's why I had to get you on here, man. We definitely got to collaborate on some music stuff too, man. I gotta say.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you inviting me on, and like I said, I was just in New York last week, so like I'm trying to move around. So we definitely gonna talk more offline, and see what we can do. And like I said, I appreciate the just the platform, and like I said, I want to get my what I'm doing out there so people can know more about it, because we're here to help artists, and we have the experience and we have the team to get it done for you.
For sure. And anybody that wants to check that out, we're going to have the social media in the description, also the website for the Best of the Next, so you guys could take advantage of that opportunity, take your career to the next level. We appreciate having you on here. To the fans, already know, every Wednesday at 3. Why hate when you can love first? It's the Love First podcast. Yeah. What up, everyone? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell for the latest podcasts, music videos, and comedy skits. We got a lot more content coming your way.
We here all day, baby.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, baby.
We gotta show love first like a podcast. Put the work in, tryna